One of the best single-season turnarounds in program history. Ashley Adamson, Mary Murphy, and the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, J.R. Payne. Coach, you more than double the number of wins from the previous year before you arrived in Boulder. We'll talk to you about the basketball stuff in a minute, but I'm curious. I'm from Colorado, so maybe I'm a little bit biased here, but how are you and your family like in Boulder, and do you feel like you finally have settled in and that it's home now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of people over the years ask you, what's your dream job? What's your, and I've never really had one, but after a year in Boulder, Boulder's my dream job. There's no other place in the country I would rather be, that I'd rather raise my family and be forever.
Breakfast at the Buff.
That's right. That's right.
Little piece of heaven. Anyway, you have 8 new players on your team, and you've coached for a while. Have you ever had 8 newcomers, and what's that like?
Well, yeah, last year I had 13 newcomers. So this is like,
you got me on that one. You got me on that one.
No. I don't know that I've ever had that many new ones. You know, it's a great mix of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. You know, we have 3 junior college transfers, and then a handful of freshmen with various levels of experience. But it's been great. I mean, it's a learning curve for everybody, but we've got fantastic returners that are setting an incredible example on a daily basis. So it's actually been really easy. It's been a lot of fun.
I know last year, like, sort of the post game was challenging for you guys. Rebounding was challenging. It's part of the game that your teams have always been terrific at.
Yeah.
What have you done to, you know, sort of shore that up so that you can, if you can't get rebounds, you're in trouble in this league?
It's true, especially the way that we want to play. We want to play really up tempo and transition, and you really can't do it unless you're a great defensive rebounding team. Well, we recruited a lot of size. So we recruited, you know, out of our 8 new players, 5 of them are over 6 feet tall. So we've gotten a lot bigger. And then we need everybody to rebound. You know, Kennedy referenced it earlier, saying that she's gotten a lot stronger and needs to take a more important role in the rebounding end. So we all need to do a better job there, and we will.
You mentioned Kennedy, obviously one of the best Pac-12 point guards that I think that we have, one of the best guards in the league.
Definitely.
What has been her focus this offseason? What have you seen from her?
What hasn't been her focus? I mean, Kennedy, I've talked about Kennedy and said, you know, there's story behind all the greats. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all of the greats have the same story. And they're the first one in the gym. They're the last one to leave. There's nowhere else in the world they'd rather be than in the gym. And I've never in 17 years had a player work as hard as Kennedy. So true. It's honest. I mean, she works at everything. Her focus is on everything. But I think for her, she's really trying to set a great example. You know, with that many new players, it'd be wonderful if everyone would start to train, you know, and love the game the way that she does. So she's doing everything really well right now.
Well, it certainly does rub off on when you're around somebody like that you want to work hard and improve as well.
Yeah.
And speaking of someone who's important to the program, Alexis Robinson coming back from the injury, sort of where is she at and where will she be by conference time?
Lexi is better today than I saw her at any point last year. You know, and she had a fantastic sophomore season last year and was, you know, big shots and ton of steals and did so much for us. But she's grown her game. She's stronger. She's significantly bigger. She's shooting the ball really well. And she's ready to go.
JR, can you play the same style? I mean, we were watching some of the highlights. I know your husband's sort of the defensive guru, and he incorporates a lot of like defensive back drills into your team. I've never seen anyone do that. I mean, I watch your practice, and I'm just like, I want to just get out there and start stealing the ball. Can you incorporate that style with the people that you've brought in, and will you just take that thing?
Yeah, the players that we brought into our program this year are built for that system. You know, we recruited them because we love length on the perimeter and things like that. So we're gonna, I mean, as much as we stole the ball last year, the plan is to get after it even more this year with longer, more athletic perimeter players. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I would love to see Mary Murphy in some of those defensive drills.
No, I mean, it is, you know, you go to a lot of practices over a year or 2 or 3 or however long I've been doing this, and it's when you see something completely unique and it's like, this is, you know, and it works, and you watch your guards just light people up and appear out of nowhere in the rotation and the anticipation. It's really a thing of beauty, and it's exciting to think about what these new players are going to be able to do and the tempo you're going to be able to play at.
It's going to be a lot of
elevation.
Fun. Yes, at elevation. And like I said earlier, we want to run, and if we can turn people over and create havoc on the defensive end, gives us way easier looks at the basket than having to go play for 30 seconds of offense. So we love it.
Elevation is something that I think is interesting. A lot of people talk about it being an advantage. We talked to Tad Boyle, the men's head coach over there all the time, and Mike McIntyre. How much of a factor is it, do you really think, now that you've been there for a year?
I think think it's a huge factor. And it depends on how you play. So if we were a team that walked the ball up the floor and we weren't really getting after it, it probably wouldn't be as big of a deal. But for us, who turns people over, we want to play fast, we want to get out and go, you really can't come to Boulder and play slow because we're not going to allow you to. You know, so it's a huge advantage for us. We're in great shape. Our teams are really strong. We buy into the fact that we can turn people over, we can create offense, and we're going to play fast, and it's a fun style to play.
I'm a little sad because I heard that the African dance class that the team took, that you kind of ran the other direction.
Well, yeah, I heard I got put on blast a little bit for that. I admit it. I'm not the dancer in the group.
You got to know your strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
Which is exactly right.
You got to.
JR, thank you so much for the time. We're looking forward to watching your Buffs this year.
Thank you. Me too.
Enjoy the rest of the day. All right, pair of superstars from Westwood waiting in the wings. Mo Billings and Jordan Canada on being picked to